All right, guys. So today I'm going to do a different kind of video. I mean, obviously, I usually talk about audio products, but there's been one product that I picked up lately that's probably my favorite piece of tech of the year, and that is the brand new DJI Osmo Pocket 3. And I really want to show what it's capable of. I don't want to get into all the specs like everybody else has. I want to show it from like a different perspective and basically show how it's been beneficial to this channel. So we're gonna go ahead and just switch on over to it right now. And so now I've switched over to the Osmo Pocket 3. And as you can tell, we're really not sacrificing anything when it comes to quality. And in my opinion, that's insane, especially considering how small of a form factor the Pocket 3 is. I mean, the Pocket name comes from the fact that you can just literally keep this thing in your pocket. You can pull it out at any time and just shoot. You know, my normal camera is the Fuji X-T4, and once you pair that with any type of lens, it's never pocketable. I mean, you have to carry around a bag, you have to carry around extra equipment, and there's just some things that the X-T4 can't do that the Pocket 3 can do. Now, if you are interested in buying the Pocket 3, it does come in like two different options. You can get the basic option, which comes with the camera. It comes with the little cover, you just kind of put it in, and that kind of keeps everything together and keeps anything from hitting the lens. It does come with that little 1/4-inch tripod adapter, and then it also comes with a USB-C cable. But if you want to step it up and you want to really like take advantage of what all the camera can do, you can get the Creator Bundle, which gives you everything that I've already listed. But then it adds in the wireless DJI mic too. Now this is what I'm using here. This mic in itself is incredible. I mean, I think it's worth the difference in the price just on it alone, because you can record 32-bit float on the mic internally. It has 8 gigabytes of storage. So if I wanted to go way out of the shot, way out of the range of the camera and still record my audio, this will record it right here. Now you can see that I have the wind muff. This also comes in the Creator Bundle. This, you know, today is a windy day and it's keeping wind noise from affecting my audio. Now some other things that it comes with is it actually comes with a legit carrying case to be able to keep everything that's included in the bundle pretty much with you at all times. It comes with a battery grip, because the battery life on the camera itself, you can get about 2 to 2.5 hours. But with that added battery grip, you can actually shoot for around 4 hours. And the battery grip gives you, a better grip of the camera, so your hands aren't anywhere near the microphones on the camera, because the mics on here do shoot stereo. So here's vlogging, and this is really to give you an example of what the internal mic sounds like on the camera. This is me just walking, handheld footage. Again, it's stable. It's not rocking around, and it's not cropped in so tight because it's trying to do digital stable. Like this is, right now, this is an arm length away. Again, it's pretty wide, and I really don't ever find a use for the wide angle unless I just want you to see more of the background. The mics on the camera itself are actually good. I just prefer to use the wireless mic. It just makes me feel like I always have control. And if I step further away from the shot, like if I step way back here, it's still gonna pick up the same. It's not gonna feel more distant because I walked away from the camera. So that's the benefit of having this wireless mic. And then as far as anything else, it does come with a mini tripod. And it also comes with a wide angle lens adapter. So, this to me is fairly wide. The camera itself has a 20mm focal range, shooting at f.2. The wide angle lens kind of opens it up to be about a 15mm lens, so it does give you a little bit more in the shot, but in my opinion, the 20mm is perfect, even if you're just gonna be vlogging. So the wide angle is just if you really wanna take in a lot of your surroundings. And again, it just makes this camera so much more versatile than other cameras, like the Sony ZV-1 or the Sony ZV-E10. It just has more flexibility than those other cameras, and it comes in at around the same price, because the basic package comes in at $519, but that Creator Bundle you can pick up for $669. And in my opinion, the Creator Bundle is well worth it, especially if you're gonna be shooting any type of footage like this. You just basically get every accessory that DJI has to offer for the Osmo Pocket 3 out of the gate. Now they do also offer a black mist filter. Now this does not come with the Creator Bundle. This is something you would have to buy from DJI themselves. Now, although this video really isn't for spec nerds, I mean, there's so many videos already covering the Pocket 3 that cover every spec aspect of it, I still have to mention the fact that it's using that 1-inch sensor It has a 2-inch display that you rotate, so it's already in widescreen format, so you can actually take up the whole screen and see what's in frame. Because the old Pockets gave you the square screen, and if you only wanted to see the widescreen of what it was shooting, it crunched it down even more, and it was so hard to be able to tell like what you were actually recording. And this is the big thing too, is it shoots 10-bit DLog footage. The DLog means it's shooting in a way that if you want to go in and color correct, which I am not the biggest fan of color correcting my footage. Right now it's just shooting in the standard profile that's already on the camera. I'm not shooting in DLog because I don't want to go and edit this later. But for those that do, it gives you so much control over the highlights and over the shadows and just the color in general. If you want to match it to another camera, you can. If I wanted to match this footage to my X-T4, I could get it extremely close, if not spot on, by going in and just shooting in DLog and messing around with those settings. The other big thing is the camera shoots at 4K 120. So if you really want some incredible slow motion shots, you can do that with this camera. I always shoot everything at 24 frames per second. That's how I like my videos to look. It can do that as well. Do keep in mind though, if you're going to shoot at 4K 120, it's going to affect the battery life a little bit more. And also it's going to cause the camera to get a little warmer. But I've never had any kind of overheating issues. And I know that was something that was a little bit of an issue with some of the other Pockets in the past. Now, another big thing is the fact that the camera uses a 3-axis gimbal. It's not relying on digital stabilization. And really what that's doing is it's allowing you to always take full advantage of the sensor of the camera. Whenever you're using digital stab on other cameras, it's cropping in a little bit so that it can kind of balance out your footage. So you are actually losing things on the edge and you're losing things above and below because the camera's just having to crunch some of that in to make your footage look stable. Where having the gimbal just basically means at all times, you know, you're moving things around, that camera is staying stabilized. Now, you can have it where it tracks. So like right now, if I touch on my face twice, it's going to lock in. So now if I move over here, you'll see the camera move, you'll see it move this way. And for people that are shooting footage on their own, like I am a solo content creator. I do not have a film crew. This is huge. It can just follow me around. So if I wanted to go over and show you something, I can do that. And also having this microphone means you're not going to lose quality in the audio the whole time that I'm talking. You're going to hear me the same as if I'm like right up in front of the camera. And I can't stress enough how that is a big deal. And not to mention the fact that the f2.0 is giving you really good bokeh. Like everything behind me is blurred just enough that it's giving it a natural feel while keeping me in focus. I mean, the camera keeps me in focus pretty much no matter where I go. And again, this is huge for solo content creators. Another thing that content creators might be interested in is the fact that the screen flips. You can flip it, and normally that would turn the camera off, but you can click it to say continue, and you can shoot vertical footage. So for people that shoot TikTok or Instagram footage, you can shoot vertically and you don't have to go in and crop things and edit things. And it's nice that you could just do all that right there within the camera. I mean, I really think that they're focused on giving you pretty much every way that you can create content all in this one little pocket camera. The big thing for me too is I'm really just kind of weirded out about recording in public. I mean, vlogging, just product shot, like anything. I just don't like it. And I think carrying around the Fuji X-T4 makes it where it draws a lot more attention. And this little Pocket 3 doesn't really draw a lot of attention. By the time that you're holding it in your hand, it's really not much more than just the gimbal part sticking out. And so it doesn't really look like you're doing anything. I mean, it looks like you may be talking to your phone, which a lot of people just do with FaceTime. So people, for the most part, don't even know that you're recording. And I think that's the biggest thing. I think if you're going to record in public, you want things to be natural. You want them to seem natural. And if people are noticing your camera, you're going to notice that everybody in your shot is going to look straight at the camera. I mean, there's no way around it. And the Pocket 3 just makes it just less conspicuous. I mean, it's very hidden. Again, I'm blown away by the quality. I've been looking forward to the Pocket 3 coming out. The Pocket 1 and the Pocket 2 blew my mind when I had those, but those were more for just like hobby type footage. It wasn't anything that you could really use in like a professional setting. At least, you know, once you're starting to use, you know, big 4K footage, the smaller sensor on those just couldn't really do a whole lot in low light, where this 1-inch sensor makes it where you can record in low light, and it's very comparable to, again, having a much larger sensor camera, having those mirrorless cameras, having DSLR cameras. we're getting to a point where it's kind of insane. And this is why all the videos that you've seen to this point are raving about this camera. I mean, it's hard not to, considering what all it can do, the flexibility that it has, and then the quality that it has, period. I mean, it competes with everything in its price range, and it competes with a lot of things that are much higher than its price range. So another thing that I forgot to mention is, even as a coach, if I have this camera set up, I can use DJI's Osmo app and control everything on my phone. So I can have it lock in on a player. I can have it, you know, move the gimbal to kind of film something else. And while using the wireless microphone, I can talk out what I want them to know in practice. So if I want them to go back and watch this footage, they can have me talking into the microphone while seeing what I'm actually talking about. And that in itself is huge. So the benefits of having this camera is pretty much endless, in my opinion. And I think even though they bumped up the price, I think they justified it by everything that they threw into this camera. There's no way that I couldn't recommend it to anybody. I mean, for just travel footage, if you're going out and you want shots of your family, it's perfect. If you're looking for action stuff, it's perfect. I would not put it near water because it does not have that same waterproof or water resistant rating that you get with action cam. So, you know, I do keep that in mind. I would not use it in those situations, but it can be used as an action cam, and you're going to get all kinds of stable footage that sometimes you really can't even get with action cam. So the only thing is, the gimbal is always something that you're going to want to be careful with. It's going to be a lot more fragile than action cams. So again, that's where that cover that you get when you want to just throw it in your pocket keeps it from anything affecting that. But outside of that, I mean, you see people that still have their Pocket 1 and Pocket 2 and use these. So the longevity and the durability of the Pocket 3 shouldn't really be an issue. So my overall opinion, obviously, if you can't tell, I absolutely love this camera. Again, so much that I'm covering a camera where I've never covered a camera on this channel. It's that mind-boggling, and the audio quality is incredible. The picture quality is amazing, and it's all from a camera that you can just shove in your pocket. But guys, that's my video on the brand new DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Thank you so much for checking out all the other videos. And as always, make sure to stay tuned for more.